The first thing he saw was drugs. Not the kind he needed, just plain normal everyday drugs. So, for a bit of context, over the course of April, a friend of mine started an event on his Discord server, which was about writing an origin story about me and my character, Minecraft character. And the event worked in a way that one person could basically start the story, and then other people would have to continue the story in a way that makes sense. So, like, basically, like one person writes like a few sentences, and then the next person needs to continue that one. But it needs to make sense. It can't just be like something completely disconnected from like what the first person said. Just like as an example. And basically they wrote like a whole story about me. I haven't really read it, but I will read it now. And I thought I would make a video on it at the same time because it could be extreme. I think it would be funny. I've read like a few messages out of the chat without having much context. I wanna read the whole thing now. So also about the Discord server. I'll put an invite in the description, / columns. You can join if you're on there already. And also, small disclaimer, it can get a bit weird from what I've seen so far. So yeah, and there are also like some inside jokes. So if you don't understand everything, don't worry, it's fine. And here we go. Okay, the moment of truth. The Adventures of PinkuRinku. Okay, so welcome to Adventures of PinkuRinku. Here's again the event description. Over the course of April, anyone with event role will be able to type here and make an interesting story about me. Yeah, basically it's just an origin story. Let's just begin. I won't bother you too much with the rules. Let's just read it. Once upon a time, PinkuRinku was just a normal fox, but then he found an amethyst shard that gave him magical powers, and he became PinkuRinku. Let's go. That's me. No way. Slowly over the next few years, the power of his amethyst was fading, and he feared he would not be PinkuRinku for much longer. He had to do something to save his power. And with the help of Bogi Schmogi, Pinky was able to invent a new drug that cures Ligma and unturn someone into convertible. As you can see, it's going to become really weird. But that drug came at a price. Pinku didn't feel too well and began to hallucinate into a realistic dream. Pinku floated in and out of an eternal space, tripping balls and also tripping over balls. And he stumbled around town in a drunken, drugged-up stupor. He has had a vision of some sort. Balls, but he snaps back into reality only to meet a rabbit man. That rabbit man was brave and bold rabbit and had the power of the monkeys. He came straight from Basalt Columna, aka Hell, and he offered to help Pinku with his drug by giving him glowstone dust. Sadly, the mysterious rabbit man isn't as he seems. Kinda sassy. The sus rabbit man gestured into his cloak, where a pack of glowstone dust lay. Oh shit. Oh, PinkuRinku reached out to grasp it, but before his very eyes, the rabbit man stepped away, revealing an OK sign that was onto his cloak. What the fuck? Wait. Clawed at his eyes furiously, but what had been seen could not be unseen. Psych, got him, Lemausti! The hashtag trolled the rabbit man cackled menacingly before disappearing in the thin air. It's just so good. Okay, so far, wait. What is even the direction it's taking, right? It's like, first, normal fox, amethyst, magical powers, and I become PinkuRinku. Then I invent a drug which cures Ligma, but then I start to float in and out of an eternal space, tripping balls. But okay, now I'm like in some sort of dream. Okay, let's just see. Then I get XD trolled. Okay, let's just Pinku decided to go to the local bar with nothing else to lose. Entering the bar, he asks for a cup of water. The barman goes into a separate room to only come back a couple minutes later. Pinku is scared of that water. Why did it take so long? Is there something in this water? Am I being trolled again? He starts questioning what's happening, but soon forgets what he was thinking about as a beautiful woman sits next to him and asks for a cup of a foreign drink called Radler. Pinku starts to admire her facial expressions. The way she talks, her hair and eyes, she's pretty damn beautiful. And without noticing, he takes the cup and water and drinks it. Yo, what did I just do? Did I forget? Am I distracted by this woman? Suddenly the woman disappears into thin air. The bartender too has gone missing. Pinku was going insane. The water was on fire. Water in the fire! Why? He did not understand, but Pinku remembered he needs to be strong and he can get materials needed for Bowie so they can make a drug to restore his powers. Pinku tapped into the pink force and realized there's a cucumber on the bar's desk. He approached it to hold it and he teleported to a cave. The first thing he saw was drugs. Not the kind he needed, just plain normal everyday drugs. It's so good, it's so good. Okay, then he came across a dungeon task maker and Pinku confronted him. Okay, now here's where the real story begins, as far as I'm aware. Okay, he told a story about 3 orbs whose power combined can form an infinite power source. The 2 orbs are held by the RHU and his army of wine and bots, and the other being lost to an ancient forest that goes by the name Mud. The last one is held under the power of the Basalt clones and their king Gills. The orbs can keep Pinku as a fox, and a pink one dead forever if he confronts the 3 combined orbs once. The one part I don't understand is he told a story about 3 orbs. 2 orbs are held by the RHU and his... Wait, 2 orbs are held by RHU, but aren't there 4 orbs then? Oh wait, no, I think one of them is RHU and one of them is Mud. Okay, yeah. Pinku didn't believe as much in them as they were probably drug dealers or drug users, as there are a lot of drugs before the dungeon guy. But Pinku was like, I still believe you, and yeeted off into the distance so he can achieve Fox. He goes back home and the dungeon keeper says that he needs him to get it so he can remain youthful and know how he knows and how he knows about how Pinku feels. So he gives Pinku a totem of undying to gain his trust and he'll follow him to the first orb. The orb held by Mud. On their way to the orb, they get attacked by a group of phantoms. After all, they did not sleep for days. The phantoms turn out to be Pinku Pinkuphobic and ask for selfies, in which Pinku says thank you so much and shot them with a banana. Died, Pog. Pinku and the dungeon keeper head back to Bogo with phantom membranes and the totem of undying. Bogo the wise man said you too's and gave them a magical brew. That's right, the Hebrew! Pinku achieved Hebrewism and now knows how to speak Hebrew. Let's go. Bogo then fell asleep because he was tired of the massive amount of Fortnite kills he got IRL. Bless his soul. But then the rabbit man came back. This time with his true form. It wasn't Boat Muddy, it was Basalt Rabbit. The evil counterpart. No way. Pinku started to look around frantically, but Bogo was asleep and useless as usual. As the Basalt Rabbit approached, Pinku chanted some Hebrewish, I don't know, words in a form appeared in front of him. It was the Rabbit Rabbi. The Rabbit Rabbi. How do you pronounce that? Rabbi or Rabbi? I don't know. Bogo woke up and slept again. And then the phantoms have their revenge for their friends. And then the phantoms of their revenge for their friends and ate Bogo. Okay, that's interesting. Bogo woke up and slept again. Then Bogo saw Donut Columna. Meanwhile, Pinku, it just does. I love how this just doesn't make sense in terms of like, it's just random shit. Meanwhile, Pink is being kidnapped by the Rabbit Rabbi. Luckily for us, Bogo woke up and slept again. There were arms of phantoms swarming Bogo. Not arms, swarms of phantoms swarming Bogo, but Bogo woke up and slept again. How often does he go back to sleep? God damn! Pinku was still in Rabbit Rabbi's back. Oh. But right before the blood hole took too far, the writers of the story remember the dungeon keeper was with Pinku to help him fight the Rabbit Rabbi. The dungeon keeper drawed his sword to fight the Rabbit Rabbi, but then the Bogo alarms went brrrr. Bogo woke up and he didn't sleep. Bogo, being paranoid, thought that the dungeon keeper was monkey enthusiastic. He decided to fight him. It was too late. Pinku is long gone and taken hostage by the Rabbit. And now a huge battle begins with the dungeon keeper and the confused Bogo. Bogo sleeps again while Rabbit Rabbies takes Pinku to his boss, Muddyfoot. Bogo wakes up and oh shit. Muddy does not like foxes. He tries to hit Pinku to kill him, but Pinku had a totem of undying. While Pinku regained his breath, he picked up a basalt sword lying on the ground to combat the Mudman in the match. He needed that orb. Mudman threw mud at Pinku. Oh shit! At Pinku's eyes, Pinku cannot see shit. Meanwhile, the dungeon keeper is trying to help Bogo not to die. Bogo wakes up and thanks dungeon keeper by giving him drugs of teleportation. The two join Pinku and fight Mud. Then Mud brings a brutal enemy. Baggy. No way, Baggy. Bogo then dies of a heart attack out of cuteness. Baggy is the ancient one with unknown origin. It carries an orb. The powers of Baggy flow through the room. The Basalt Muddy converges his attack upon Baggy. And it's free for all. Pinku swings his sword everywhere, which was a very stupid move. He hit Bogo's legs so Bogo goes to sleep again. Bogo's blood was a green color and it tasted like ligma. The blood covered the floor and everyone started going Ugh! So much blood. Okay. Bogo's uncle entered the room, then he left. What the fuck? The phantoms come screeching from the top. They came back for revenge, to grab everyone except for Baggy and the rabbits and fly away. The phantoms take Pinku and his friends to the nest, awaiting judgment from the One. The One was right all along, better to be laughed at than wrong. This man truly despises monkeyism and he was prepared to destroy Pinku. But then Bogo's grandchildren barged in with the Fortnite Jack 360 MLG Minecraft Plus imposter armor and weapons and started selling them for 69 Robux. The phantoms did not have any Robux, so they started to cry. Oh, we get extra lore here. Okay, one of Bogo's grandchildren jumped onto his head, revealing his body under the cloak. It was Cackass. Pinku felt betrayed but was still determined to feed Cackass and get the orbs. This story is kind of confusing. It's just all over the place. Okay, Pinku need to fight Baggy and the Basalt Rabbit again in order to get the orb. We get a shit ton of characters. This plot is better than any movie I've ever seen. God damn. But Kekman will not go down without a fight. Suddenly Baggy comes soaring through the air. A phantom was carrying him. Wait, is Baggy a boy and a girl? Baggy carried a big gun with him, but he forgot to bring lunch and decided the gun would either save as a weapon or food. Then he decided that instead of a weapon or food, he would just throw it at Boku to wake him. Then Boku wakes up, then Boku goes back to sleep. Oh, this time he had a dream, and today the entire chat would be... Okay. Bogo's dream, let's go, here we go. Okay, so now there will actually be a story about Bogo's dream, which is kinda long, so I decided to cut it from the video, because the video is already kinda long. If you wanna read it, I think the channel should still be up in Masat columns when this video releases, so you can just go there and read it yourself. But yeah, I don't wanna stretch the video too much. I included the ending of the dream though, because it was still kinda funny and I wanted to have that in. Both Muddy and Baggy quickly hopped into the Bogi convertible and drove away, cause they knew they were gonna die. Oh shit. What is that over there? Baggy said. It was Hicks standing in the middle of the road, expecting him to stop so he could grab a ride. Meanwhile, Cop is having the time of his life inside of an outhouse. He's eating acorns and taking a shit like a madman. It's his job! Psych, it's a steak outhouse. Cop continues to take a shit inside. I got run over by the car right away. Wait, what car again? Oh, the Bogie convertible. Cop takes a pencil shit to mourn his friend's death. Relax, I still got one can of life left. Cop shoves the pencil shit back up his head. Oh shit. Oh. He did this by taking a stopwatch and forcing it to reverse. He prefers a more hands-on approach. I forgot to mention he stuck it up. Okay, what the fuck. Anyway, Mud uses his remaining power to fuse with Muddyfoot and he became the ultimate warrior. His name was Bold Muddy. Now Pinku, the dungeon keeper and Bogo must kill Bold Muddy to get the orb. Chester just woke up and was like, what the fuck? So he left his room and went to drink some warm milk. He went back to bed. Pinku suddenly started glowing and went berserk to everyone because he was like, I want that warm milk. Milk was secretly fuel for the baby convertible, so now he has to buy more. After Chesto drank to the baby fuel, he transformed into that Chesto. That Chesto is a square-shaped car. It also says Chesto every time it stops. Chesto be like, oh no, oh poo. Then he panics and rams into Bold Muddy, dealing 100 damage. BM has only 400 out of 500 HP left. Pinku's up next. What will he do? Attack, defend, item, magic. Snoop Dogg came in, he asks, are you winning, son? Pinku answers, thank you so much. Pinku uses Daxi Bucket. Daxi hops out of the bucket, revealing the menacing catapult tentacles. She attacks Bold Muddy for 50 damage. Bold Muddy is at 350 out of 500 HP. Daxi is now a member of your party. Computer malware enters the game. The computer busts into flames. It's a Windows 7 computer. Bold Muddy attacks. He sends Pinku's super awesome strong boy sword flying in the air. Dungeon keeper casts a spell that stops time. He leapt into the air and grabbed his super awesome strong boy sword and suddenly an earthquake happened. It scared Bold Muddy, the dungeon keeper, and they hid in a nearby toilet. Where did the toilet come from? It turns out the world has fallen into hibernation, with no one doing any activities, but somewhere in a distant land. Bogo woke up. He looked around for any sign of life, but failed. He was stuck on a snowy mountain in the middle of nowhere and started to shiver. It was too warm for his liking. He looked around for any sign of life, but failed. He was stuck on a snowy mountain in the middle of nowhere and started to sweat. A goat showed up. It woke up, then went to sleep. God damn it, we got a shit ton of sleeping going on. Then the goat woke up and started screaming, "That jet XD!" Then the goat went back to sleep. Aww. In the goat's dreams, she thought, what if this isn't real? What if my world is a story I made in my head? I've done things similar, thinking something happened in my whole life, but I didn't. What if it's not me who's controlling this entire world? What if gods are like storytellers? Oh, they each at a time tell someone's whole story, whole life story, from the beginning to the death. What if the reason that my life is so bad right now is because my life story chat is dead? What if I'm the only one not living a life God created, but instead going to a randomized path? As there's no one in my life story chat. Then the goat woke up and started screaming, "Dad, chat XD, ha ha ha!" Then Bogo wake up, ate the goat and XD, then went back to sleep. Dad goat XD, ha ha ha! F goat. As he's taking a nap, he mumbles, milk. Pinku woke up. Bro, literally no one cares about Pinku. All I'm talking about is Bogo's dreams and his cat getting faded. The world awakens with Pinku and Muddy both falling on the floor with the orb in the middle between them. With the orb not in their hands or clutches of a power holder, the world around them will begin getting corrupted. Now it's Pinku's chance to get it. But then, wonkers started appearing around them. They carried sploinkers. Bro, I'm literally crying and shaking, said Pinku. A field of radiation waves kept emitting from the orb. Blocks around them began floating to protect the orb. With Pinku, wonkers and Muddy inside of the floating block field, the radiation made Pinku stronger and temporarily a pink fox. Meanwhile, the radiation made Muddy more corrupt and put him in a mud-like form. For wonkers, sploinkers. What the fuck is Floinkers? What? Okay. Then Bogo, that little angel, goes back to sleep. Everybody say goodnight, Bogo. Pinku said goodnight, Bogo, as he continued to beat the crap out of Muddy for being sassy. Pinku then grabbed the orb and then the shield. Its block fell down. One of the blocks hit Bogo in his sleep. Muddy was forced to retreat, but we would be seen soon again. Okay, this sentence just hurt my head, I'm sorry. Bro, nobody cares about this Bogo getting faded. Of course, Bogo just now joins the battle to revenge for the fact that he was hit by a block. In fact, he doesn't even know Pinku was there fighting someone. That poor little soul. Aww. A phantom starts crying because nobody talks about him. And then he dies. Back to Bogo. Bogo gave Pinku a bonk and Pinku began to make his journey over to the next orb held by the Archuan. Then he went back to sleep while on the right team. They were attacked by phantoms for not being included in the story. The phantoms won't stop because Pinku killed the tribe and their bloodthirsty revenge. Then Yuan's Vine bots attacked them. The Archuan knew they were coming for the orb, so he sent Vine bots to blockify them. Bogo decided to make breakfast at 2 PM. Yay! They ate and Bogo slept. They all went to eat Burger King, but then the Indian gangster Chester, he poisoned Muddy's burger and then he went to hospital and Chester like hero man. Then Chester got Medal of Honor of defeating both Moody. The end. But then Baggy is back, but he's just kind of vibed, so I guess that's fine. Then Phantom went to an Arab store because he's Arab, and everyone's like, Phantom. Everyone's like, wait, and everyone's like Phantom, so he bought everyone a shrimp sandwich. Oh, everyone likes Phantom, I'm dumb. Okay, but Jesus came to Earth and brought cool Muddy back to life. Damn, Jesus! That Hick had a stroke, his shrimp burger. Phantom cried because he couldn't handle the fact his shrimp burger got Hick killed. Lazy Fun was too lazy to participate in the story. Aww. Pinky was afraid of crabs. Okay. My mom's also afraid of dogs. On April 27th, 2021, Cool Muddy disappeared into the night, never to be seen again. Bogo asked Muddy, "Can I wrinkle the Pinky?" And Muddy said, "No, let Phantom do it. Let Phantom do it!" When Hick had a stroke, they went to hospital. Hick had to take out his balls because stroke, ouchie, ah, ouch! The balls were actually the orbs. Wow. Big plot twist, boys, big plot twist. Now we get all 3 orbs. Bogo can now finally brew up the drugs for PinkuRinku to obtain his realism back. Finally! It all comes together. It finally makes sense again. Because we're actually where it started at the beginning. Hick's boss was able to temporarily make Pinku a pink fox, but only for 3 days. But once those 3 days are up, Pinku and Hick both die. So Pinku and Bogo make their way to the Altune's fortress, where they had the second orb. They're created by some Vinem bots built by the evil Vinem Corporation, where they guard the bridge to the entrance. Luckily, Hick grows more balls and they can be alternative for the orbs. This time, because Hick is so strong, they won't last for just 3 days. Let's go! But then Hick needs to give Pinku his balls. Hick felt so much pain, like giving birth from balls. Phantom wrinkled to Pinku, and then shot Phantom 5 times. I walked over him and gave him a mad kid and a shield pot. Now he's back. The Phantom just get down. I arrived taking away head southbound and Bogo be funkin'. Now Pinku has the 3 orbs and all he has to do is get Bogo to brew him the drugs needed to give him his realism back. But suddenly a mysterious dark character appeared in Bogo's backyard. He sounded like mud but was too distorted to be sure. His clothes looked like the gatekeeper, Pinku's friend. They were burned down and all withered. His smile felt familiar, like the wicked smile Baggy did when he was fighting Pinku. This wasn't Muddy, Baggy, or the gatekeeper, it was something worse. Something worse. Okay, an amalgamation of the 3. The poor souls transformed into one thanks to all the cosmic energy Bogo has released while sleeping. Oh shit, it was relevant to the story all along. Gatekeeper wanted revenge for being left behind by Pinku. Of course, Mud and Beggy too wanted to end Pinku. This character is called the Anti-Gatekeeper. They offered Bogo a trade offer. One they were sure he could not resist. Final plan. We will make Bogo U2s if you don't give Pinku his realism back. Bogo tossed and turned all night thinking of what to do and decided to try and trick the anti-gatekeeper into giving him both by eating a can of blue spaghetti because that was his favorite animal. Okay. This was not effective, so Bogo decided to... Wait. I then set my room meditating, unlocking my special ability to run very fast. Nice. He started orbiting the Earth because so fast. This would be important later. Now it's later, the important thing from before is now here. Explore so fast you can literally and then Bogo decided that he will try to kill the anti-monitor. What? So he started gathering some weapons, such as your mom. Trained in the arcane arts of thy mother, Bogo dealt blow after blow to the anti-gatekeeper. Quickly and effectively, Bogo disarmed the bloke and nabbed the Bogo U2s. Available for pre-sale now, just follow U2s and Bogo on Twitter and visit their Reddit for an exclusive chance of receiving a free U2s. Pinku was working on joining the giveaway to hopefully get a Bogo U2s, and then Bogo entered the room, slapped PinkuRinku and made him drink his drugged brew to get his Pinkism back. Pinku finally got what he wanted. Yay! But then the anti-gatekeeper was far from being finished with Pinku. Who knows when it will return again. Birth from balls. Birth. Wow. Hello, I am Dan from Technical Support. How may I help?